Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today from the UK, undercover officers pose as joggers to catch catcallers. Plainclothes officers jog through areas identified as harassment hotspots, while special units wait to intervene. How about that? We got some nanny police going on. Undercover police officers have posed as joggers in a bid to catch catcallers. Surrey Police sent 2 undercover officers out jogging at rush hour to show the level of catcalling female joggers received. A spokesman for the force said, "These behaviors may not be criminal offenses in themselves, but they need to be addressed." So we have the net nanny activity going on there in Surrey. Now, I can understand it is kind of annoying or disrupting to your activities out there while you're out exercising for people to say things to you and catcall, as it were. However, the operation was criticized by the Free Speech Union, which said it amounted to bizarre social psychological experiments, adding that officers should focus on enforcing existing laws, of course. First reported by LBC. This is the kind of a conservative news agency there in the UK. Live breaking is what the LB stands for. It saw plainclothes police officers in athletic gear jogging through areas identified as harassment hotspots, while nearby special units waited to intervene at the first sign of abuse. Now, I don't know. I suppose it's, what they want to do, and if people want to challenge it from a free speech issue, I can totally understand that. And we go over here to the New York Post. We have some additional content here. One of the officers was honked at within 10 minutes. Then another vehicle slowed down, beeping and making gestures just 30 seconds later. That's how frequent it is, Inspector John Vale of SPD, Surrey Police Department, told the outlet. One of the officers in the group said the harassment she faced during the trial period reflects her everyday experience in Surrey. So there's a problem here in Surrey. We got catcalled, we got honked at, people slowed down just to stare or lean out the window to shout something. It's so common, but it's harassment, and it needs to be recognized as such, Officer Abby Hayward told the Telegram. Now, I can totally understand if this is quite a distraction and a problem and so forth and so on. So I don't know the extent of it or how frequently it happens or how badly it happens, but she was suggesting that it was just within 10 minutes. So let's take a listen to what she had to say here. I guess this is the Officer Abby person here, but let's go ahead and take a listen to what she has to say.
For people to recognize that it's not right, it's not just a small act, it's a thing that can make someone feel really quite uncomfortable. So I think it's important Surrey Police are taking it so serious. It's one of our force priorities, and for me that makes me feel proud to work for Surrey Police, because for me it's such a personal experience, and I know for a lot of other, if not all other women who experience it. So I feel empowered to be a part of such an operation.
These women aren't friends out for a run, they're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
We get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
And police teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed or shouted at, pulling people over.
Those kind of behaviours may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed. And of course, the people that are likely to commit those kind of behaviours, they may then go on to commit more serious offences or more serious behaviours.
So, so what he's saying is, catcalling is the gateway to crime, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a catcaller, you're probably a thief. You're probably an embezzler. You're probably involved in blackmail and other nefarious activities. Now, of course, I'm being a bit tongue-in-cheek here, but I guess it could be a problem, and I totally get it. This is a societal issue, a cultural issue maybe there in Surrey, and so it's just an interesting challenge, I suppose, from a legal standpoint or from just a cultural standpoint or for the city. Maybe this will bring attention to it, and maybe it'll decrease the frequency of catcalling and so forth. Seems a little heavy-handed, but not unexpected for something like the UK, the net nanny state, who will arrest you for making posts on Facebook. We talked about this before. They'll fine you or they'll arrest you, and kick you off of social media there, or they even block social media. They've threatened many times there in the EU to block TikTok. Not TikTok. I meant to say X, of course. If you haven't already, guys, you can follow me there on X, of course. But this is a very interesting story. Let me know down in the comments section what your thoughts are on this. And I don't know how many of you watch from the UK. I know there are UK viewers here on the channel. I think most of them were gamers, but nonetheless, guys, let me know down in the comment section what your particular thoughts are on this. And I welcome the female subscribers here if you have any thoughts or opinions on this activity and the experience of what it can be like. And I'm not trying to make a light of the situation. I'm just simply saying it's kind of a curious oddity for me. But you know, being around individuals, for example, when I mentioned gaming, when I game with some of my guildmates, and we have people that game from all over the world, and there's always this mindset from the Europeans and the Canadians that if you behave well, then people will treat you well. And I think that's a very sentimental way of looking at life. But it reminds me of the philosophy of if you don't eat the lion won't eat you. Which means that not everyone is going to subscribe to that philosophy and ideology as pleasant and virtuous that it is. And this is why we have these situations like this, right? Because these girls are out just jogging, doing their thing. They're not bothering anybody, but they're getting catcalled. So it exemplifies the fact that despite your behavior and trying to be a good person and set an example and so forth, there are going to be people out there that are going to do what they're going to do. And we already know this in the United States just by just everyday experience. But nonetheless, guys, I do welcome your thoughts and comments down in the public section, comment section. I don't know why I call it public every time, but nonetheless, there it is. And, of course, you can find my links, as I said earlier, to my social media, as well as to affiliate marketing. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, you can use my landing page link safely and protected, as well as my VPN, my favorite VPN, that'd be Trust Zone for online, doing your online business to keep your privacy and so forth. But nonetheless, guys, that's just an extraordinary story to me. I just thought it was interesting. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for your support across all new tech, as well as here on YouTube for your guys' continued support. Appearing there on the screen, that's going to be the channel icon that you can click on if you're watching on YouTube, of course. You can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know that there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.